Let me introduce you to my former self. This little girl was just as curious and creative and colorful as the woman standing before you right now. The difference, she was extremely shy and self-conscious, painfully uncomfortable with speaking, and embarrassed by what she thought other people were thinking about her. She's not unusual. You probably recognize her. She shares the same impediment as 70% of girls her age. According to Real Girls, Real Pressures, a national survey on the state of self-esteem, 7 in 10 little girls actually feel like they're not good enough, that they don't measure up in some way with their looks, with their relationship with their family or friends, and even their abilities. Fast forward, similar studies reveal that 4 out of 5 adult women struggle with self-esteem. Now, this is not isolated to women. For any of us, low self-worth gives rise to lack of self-acceptance. And once formed, this negative view of self permeates every thought and makes way for cycles of self-defeating behaviors and disempowering dialogue. Dialogue that usurps our confidence, that stifles our communication, and ultimately has us opt out of activities and opportunities for great human interpersonal connection. Well, I'm here to try to help us get over that hurdle. I've come up with a simple but auspicious way to shake things up, to disrupt that pattern. And I want to make it effective in 3 key areas. 1, with confidence. I want to create pathways to action. 2, I want to open up communication. And 3, create connection with others that's undeniable, sustainable, and tangible. So let me tell you how I chanced upon it. So I'm at an event, and we're in the greeting line, shaking hands and exchanging salutations as customary and proper. Well, me being more like the me that I am today, I took extra care to make each moment more memorable. Well, next in line is a pastor, and the spirit must have been strong because I held onto his hand a little longer than normal, maybe a little longer than comfortable. Because usually when you ask someone, hey, how are you doing? They say, oh, I'm fine, or they automatically reply with, I'm doing great. Church folks might even say, I am blessed. Well, he fumbles over the patterned response and says, I'm doing blessed. And then he automatically starts to apologize and correct. Well, I stop him because I was delightfully caught off guard myself. He had just combined an action with his being, and I loved it. It was so refreshing. And in that moment, suddenly I realized that it was there all along, hidden within the language. And oh, what I could do with that permission to create and design my own expression, to create the communication I desired, especially with myself. You see, all of what we have is captured in language, everything, including ourselves. We compose our stories, our experiences, and our connections with our words. Words are the bricks that build the structures of our lives. So if we assemble our existence with bricks of, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I'm inadequate, or even become resolved with phrases like, I'll never try that again, we're captured by limiting language that confines us. So if you're left with no real verbal freedom and are stuck with the language that we have, I propose we open up a space and deconstruct our dialogue. And I have a solution. Word smirching. Yeah. Smashing, flipping, matching, merging words to disrupt the pattern. Smirching essentially is the taking or blending of one or two words and phrases, creating new words and phrases, and giving them an all-new meaning, except according to your own design, your own choosing. Now, admittedly, I'm not the first person to unlock the transformative power of smirching. We can also credit a guy by the name of Lewis Carroll, who back in the 1800s brought to life smirching with words like slithy, mimsy, and chortle through the classics. Right? So thank you, Lewis. I'm inspired. I used to toil over every word in each presentation, communication, and exchange before I'd even utter a single syllable. But not anymore. Today, I am inhibited. Liberated from those inhibitions. That's right. So I've been using smirching for a while now in my work. And just like Lewis, I discovered that smirching, it comes alive. It's playful and whimsical. It's imaginative and freeing. It literally transports you right out of your comfort zone. I'll show you. Take a peek.
Host and producer, Jade Harrell. What's up, Jade?
What's up, Sean?
How are you today?
Today I am delighterical.
Delighterical.
Yes, today I'm full of spiritude.
Spiritude. I like where this is going.
Yes, I got an attitude full of spirit.
Ooh, you today.
Today I am womanicious.
Womanicious.
It's ridiculously wonderful and delicious to be a woman today. Today I am magnetogenic.
Oh, wow. That's a stacked
So
up
you
word
like that?
right there.
You know, the suffix genic means causing, right?
Ooh, okay. All
So
right.
I'm causing magnetic energy everywhere I go.
I
Today
like that.
I am booyah-tiful.
Oh, come on. Now.
Booyah.
You gonna
I'm beautifully booyah today.
Okay, I see.
I've got to look at my notes for this one. I am fantabulcouragingly, wonderifically help-lifted.
Okay, now I'm gonna take a nap. All right. What?
You see, when you get out of your comfort zone, you make it larger. And when you make it larger, you open yourself up to much, much more. Because words are just energy. Energy is not created nor destroyed. It's just transferred. I'll show you. Take a look at the power of smirching. These have come in from listeners and viewers from all over the world. Fantastinude, Uberamic, Grammacious, and there's tons of them. A literal ripple effect. Confidence, connection, and communication all over the world. So, of course, you know I want you to give it a try, right? Okay? If you're uncomfortable, I want you to lean into that discomfort. I want to really challenge you to make the familiar unfamiliar. And in turn, the unfamiliar becomes advantageous. I want us to move to the outer boundaries of the box and see what opens up, all right? Well, here's a selection of phrases. Take any two you pick from the menu, or more if you're up for the challenge, and you can build your smirch out of these. Now, I can already tell you what's going to happen. The person next to you is going to get a real big smile over their face. Wait for it. Because suddenly they'll realize that somebody just gave them a hug, got into their personal space, and never laid a hand on them. How is that possible? Well, you do know that a smile is really just an air hug, right? Okay? Kind of like those high fives that if you couldn't reach, give me one. Right. You remember, all right? So you want to give it a try? All right, on the count of 3, be ready to smirch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Smirch. See? Isn't that great? I mean, it's really great, okay? In fact, it's fun, delicious. It's so simple and yet so, I can't even think of the word. Yes, I can. Supersational. That's right. It's creative and inspiring and liberating. So let me share another story. I went to this high school a few years back to welcome back students for their first day of school after summer break. Now, I was there because these kids have been through a lot with disaccreditation and busing and transfers. There was a lot of negative press, essentially, about the entire district. So I wanted to be there and give them a positive start to their new year. Up walks this, well, thank you. But up walks this giant kid with headphones on. And when he saw me coming, he probably wanted to take another route, I'm sure. But I laid it on him. Good, glorious morning, you magnorific, awesomemacious, sensational young man. You can imagine his response, right? Well, we talked a little bit about his senior year, about his aspirations for college, about what he wanted to become in his life. Then we snapped a picture and he went on his way. Now, I don't know what happened after that moment, but I do know that when he went through those doors, he knew that Miss Jade, that colorful lady with the funny words, was excited about him. And he was an optimistic kid on his first day of his last year of high school. We got to understand that there is no chance passing with this life that's in constant motion, right? I could not have possibly known that that was one of his last moments of life. That picture captured a special moment that was undeniable, sustainable, intangible. One of the only images that exist of Michael Brown with a big, wide open smile on his face. With that colorful lady with the smirches. We can't know or always see how we may impact the lives of the people that we encounter. But we can see what a difference one moment can make if we show up inhibited. We can't be sure that they're going to go one way or another, but if we are courageous and adventurous, that we can create and construct a new way of being by speaking in terms that liberate our language as well as our lives. So smirch on.